How's it going, guys? Aloof Prune here, Aloof Prune Cards, and today you are in for a treat because it is another episode of Guess That Grade. So let's get started. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. This episode we are going to be guessing that grade as I open up some freshly graded cards from PSA. There were 26 cards that I sent in, some young guns in here, some familiar names, some that I just had in the PC, seeing if I could get some 10s obviously, but let's get started. I think this is the most I've had graded at one time, if I'm being honest. So I'm typically used to seeing PSA send them in one box. They've sent them in two. 26 divided by 2, 13. So this one feels lighter, so I'm assuming slow reveal. Let's see, packing slip. Okay, so we got that. This is the scary part. We wouldn't want to reveal cards too early. It looks like this is the back. Alrighty, so there's a couple cards there. The rest of the cards here. Alrighty, so here we go. Fat stack there. I'll try to go through this pretty quickly. I do PC some of these, but some of these are going to go on eBay for sale, so I'll have a link for that. And then let's see if we can beat the odds. So first up, we have Jarrett Anderson-Dolan of the Kings, and we're just gonna speed roll through these. 9, okay, so a PSA 9, maybe the centering if I had to guess, but maybe a little whitening on the corners. PSA 9. Next up, we have a Dominic Kubalik, who at the time of sending these in, I thought he might turn into a solid top 6 forward, but that's not been the case. Here we go. Gem at 10. Okay, so hoping that he rebounds. I believe he signed in Detroit. Hoping that he gets a chance to play there. So 1-9 and 1-10. Next up, we have Warren Fogle. And another 10. Okay, so here we go. Oh man, this is always makes me nervous. Okay, so I had another Jarrett Anderson-Dolan. Here we go. PSA 9. He's definitely one of those players that hasn't had much opportunity to play with the club, so maybe this season kind of will be the final test for him. So 2 9s and 2 10s. Next up, we have Max Domi. Finished this season in Carolina, and I think he's in Washington. I think he signed with Washington. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here we go. And an 8. No. PSA 8. That's rough. Fun fact about the channel, it doesn't matter about the team, but any PSA 8s, they automatically go to my collection. So I have a few of those already, so he will be joining the club. Next up, we have Christian Vesalainen. So similar to Dolan, hasn't really had an opportunity to crack the big club. Maybe with the new coach he will. We have a PSA 10. Awesome. There we go. So more 10s than 9s and 8s. Philip Kurashev of Chicago, again, another player who had a decent breakout rookie season and just kind of fell off the map. So we have a 10. Philip Kurashev, 10. What's nice about these is the hockey season is right around the corner. Hopefully we see some of these guys get a fresh start. Christian Dvorak traded to the Canadiens. PSA 9. Oof. See, maybe the edges a little bit. Some at the top there. So PSA 9, not terrible. Alrighty, here he is. Mackenzie Blackwood. Love-hate for this guy on the Devils. A lot of question marks, that's for sure. Let's go for your New Jersey Devils, Mackenzie Blackwood, gem at 10. Very cool. All right, I'll have to put a stack over here for my Devils cards. I do remember that I did have a few Devils in here. Artem Zub of the Ottawa Senators, a solid defenseman, up-and-coming defenseman. I've heard that he's actually one to be looking out for, so gem at 10. Sweet. So very cool. Okay, hopefully this season we'll get to see a little bit more. There we go. Gem mint 10. Liam Foudy, or Foudy, I never forget. I never remember how to say it. Hasn't had much opportunity to stay with the big club, so hit or miss definitely with this guy. And a gem mint 9. Sorry, not gem mint, but a mint 9 for Liam Foudy. 10s are looking higher than the other stacks, so that's at least a good sign. Next up, we have another Dominic Kubalik. Young Guns here. And this one is a 9. Okay, so a little bit of whitening on the corners there. Edges are a little soft. A little bit of, oh, can't even say it. A little bit of whitening up there. So I don't know what I was thinking when I sent that in, but that's not good. Next up, we have Kevin Labanc, or LeBanc. He's actually a player that I would wish the Devils would take a look at before he signed his last contract, but I've been a fan of this guy. And a 9, gem mint 9, sorry, mint 9. The gem just rolls off the tongue there. So again, maybe some whitening in those corners. It's hard to tell with centering, that's for sure, just because I don't use a tool for that. So I'm pretty much basing my cards off of the surface and the edges and things that I can see, as opposed to using other tools or things like that. Damon Severson, New Jersey Devils, for the PC. A near mint 8. Oh boy, some whitening in the corner there. Maybe another soft corner there. Whitening there. How? Maybe it's the centering, but man, how did that get an 8? Maybe I don't know. Oh man. Okay, so Damon Severson, number 8, going to the PC. Moving along, we have Anthony Duclair, who plays on the Panthers. Definitely underrated in my opinion. I feel like he's never really gotten a chance to consistently play top 6 minutes, but he definitely has the talent. And a gem mint 9, or mint 9. Wow, you guys are just gonna hate me for that in this video. Mint 9. So that 9 stack is not what we want. Next up, we have P. Suter. I always struggle with his first name, so apologies with that. Another player in Chicago who did decent in his rookie year and just kind of fell off a little bit. Recently signed in Detroit, hoping to spark some magic. And another 9, a mint 9. So definitely don't want to see too many of those. It's better than an 8, but I think for myself in exploring getting cards graded, this is definitely a learning experience. All right, next up we have Igor Sharangovich of your New Jersey Devils. I'm really excited for him this year. Didn't take too big of a step last season, but I definitely think that he is on the right track as far as consistency goes. I do think he is the real deal. Igor Sharangovich, 10. Let's go for your New Jersey Devils. Igor Sharangovich, PSA 10. That's amazing. That's awesome right there, guys. Can I breathe a little bit? Next up, we have Alexei Heponiemi. Definitely one of the more popular ones of this extended series. Didn't get too much playing time, so maybe we'll see him get an opportunity this season. Things open up. But a 10, a gem mint 10. There we go. So I'll take that. Next up, we have Mr. Nolan Foote of the New Jersey Devils. In my opinion, I feel like a lot of people are high on this player, but he hasn't really shown what he can really do, what kind of player he is, the role he's going to play. So I'm curious to see if he will get consistent time with the team this year. So drum roll, please, and a 9. For those of you that have been following the channel, I have a big PC of Devils cards that I sent in for submitting. All the Devils Young Guns up to date at that point that I had sent it in. So I'm hoping to get mostly 10s of those, but those will be definitely for the PC. So trying to get a full set of Devils Young Guns graded. Next up, we have Maxime Comtois. Comtos was a decent player, and then definitely fell off for the Ducks. I don't know if he just isn't really vibing with management or what, but we have Comtois. It is a 9, so not ideal. He definitely had a good start when he was drafted, and it's kind of just tailed off since then. And then we have another one here. Do a quick reveal, and another 9. So again, hoping he actually gets an opportunity to make it back in the lineup consistently, but also if not, he's traded somewhere where he does get the playing time. Another Dominic Kubalik, and we have a 10. Okay, so we have a 10 of him. Another one there. Excellent, excellent. So trying to get the stack higher than the 9s. Again, if you're new to the channel, Aloof Prune here, Aloof Prune Cards. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Definitely appreciating the support lately, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hockey's a passion of mine, so it's really cool to do something where I can share in that experience in a different way, so through cards. We have another Warren Fogle, and this one is another PSA 10 Gem Mint. Now I can say Gem Mint. Next up, we have another of our Nolan Foote. Hoping he either gets playing time or kind of just steps up his game in Utica this year. And we have a 10. Yes, let's go for your New Jersey Devils, Nolan Foote. Last 2 cards, Alexi Heponiemi, and this one's a 9 this time, so it's a little bit of a bummer there. And then to finish it off, we have Mr. Logan Stanley. Again, another player who just is waiting to crack the lineup for his team. Logan Stanley, this was an extended series, and this one is a 9, a mint 9. So that, my friend, is our PSA Guess the Grade card reveal. In the future, I'll get better at these as far as making them more exciting, but I think just revealing graded cards is pretty exciting anyways. I'm excited to add a couple of 10s to the PC. I know we have a couple 9s. We had an 8 in there. Poor Damon. I'm really stoked about these guys, so they can be joining Mr. Martin Brodeur and Jack Hughes. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you in the next video. Aloof Prune, signing off.